have gotten that mug, Haley.
Okay, we're live. We're here. Yay.
Yay.
Howdy, everybody. I'm not seeing any comments yet. Is nobody commenting? I didn't send out the wrong link or something, did I? Because that would be... That would sure be part of the course for this night. Maybe we should check.
Yeah, I'm checking on my phone.
You know, I'm totally useless without Bex. But I'm actually, it's strange right now, though, because usually we have people commenting by now.
And I don't know how to check either.
Yeah, I'm getting an error occurred when I click the play.
Okay, no, we're good. We're good.
We're good?
Oh, we're good. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to your weekly WUFO live stream. And sorry for the delay. We've been having some technical issues. We are all in different parts of the country right now. Like everybody who is here tonight. And we're really hoping that Bex was intending to be here. Unfortunately, she was having some thunderstorm signal issues. So I just logged in and I'm in charge now. What? Very good. That was weirder than it needed to be. I'm not going to do anything. So let's see. I see Maureen and CJ and Kai. And look who we have here. We have Haley and Adler, which is super exciting. We're so glad that y'all were able to join us.
Yes, well, so excited.
Yes. And we are ready to be regaled with your tales of communal Mothmanery, or
communal Mothmanery. Yes.
The world needs more communal Mothmanery.
It's true. Our pilgrimage to the shiny hiney.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Oh my God. I don't even know where to start that little story.
Yeah. Well, you were the first one there. You had been there for like an hour when I showed up. So
this is true. I got far too excited to see Mothman. So I couldn't wait for Haley to get there. I think I said it last time, like Mothman was like my intro to the paranormal. And so like being there, Haley's like, I'll meet you at whatever time you said. I forget, 11 or something. Or yeah. And I was like, okay, this sounds good. And then it was like, I have to go right now.
Awesome.
Yeah. You had even told me, I don't want to be up too early. And I was like, okay, 11 o'clock. It's still the morning, but it's late enough that... And then I got there. I was like, how long have you been here? And she was like, for an hour.
Yes, I had to go and, park in front of the haunted hotel down there. And I had to go admire the buns of steel. And then, did my little walk around where the bridge collapsed and sat over there for a while until Haley got there.
Awesome. Well, we're super excited to hear the details, the full account. Should we do some shopkeeping stuff first? Garrett, where are you?
I'm in Seaview, Washington, by the Pacific Ocean on a family vacay. I'm at this place called the Southwester, and it's like this all these vintage trailers that you can stay in. It's also like really old. There's this old lodge. You see that? Supposedly haunted.
Wow. Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, it's supposedly haunted, but I don't want my 8-year-old to know that.
Right, yes, of course.
And across the street, there's this place that's haunted. So, and it closed down. So I think after this, I'm gonna go sneak and peek in some windows and hang out in a parking lot by myself.
Yeah,
that's my plan.
Are there other people at at a picnic table over there? Or
yeah, there are people here.
You know them?
No.
Oh,
There's
do
lots.
You want to
go talk to them?
No, I mean no.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
Yuki asked them if he could have a s'more earlier.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a good question.
There's all these. It's pretty cool place. You can like, there's like a sauna here, but there's also like this. It's all like, like take things that you want, and you just write down like, like I took this, but it's like things like CBD Epsom salts and like crystals and
Yes.
it's just like awesome. I mean, it's like really good snack. It feels a little. There's literally Portland India ketchup, and it feels very much like that. So it's a great. It's good vibes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to doing WUFO at 10 p.m. though, and being by the ocean and good clear skies.
They have like sandy beaches on the Washington side of the Columbia, right? Is it?
Yeah. We were there earlier, and jumping on sea foam. It was fun.
That's awesome.
And I did rescue. I posted this earlier. There was like a family of like flip flops, all sailing along the beach together, like ducks or something.
Wow.
And they were traveling together, and I pulled them out of the surf, but then I turned my back, and they ended up back in the ocean again. That's the way it rolls, I guess.
I have to say, beachcombing is one of my favorite activities in the universe. Yeah. Just like going on a long walk on the beach and like finding the stuff that washes up, like weird looking rocks or.
Totally.
That could be it's just very meditative.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, another thing we did on the way here, we passed by this town called Elma, where they were going to build these nuclear towers, like a nuclear reactor, like it looked like the Simpsons, but they ended up never building the full reactor. It's just these big cooling towers, and they're empty. So we went there and we had like a picnic lunch by them, and it just has a weird feel. And then I was checking out the plants that were growing there. And then I tried to communicate with any entities, and I like yelled into them because they're just like these huge cavernous things, and it like echoed through it. I didn't hear anything back, but I did send a message up through these old cooling towers, and it just feels weird because there's all this like plant life growing there underneath them. I feels like thankful that it didn't ever. I don't know. It just feels interesting. It's this weird like decay, but like kind of life at the same time in these structures. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. Hey.
Rippin'.
My wife just came back. So.
Oh, all right. Hi, Amber. Well, while he's getting closer to the Wi-Fi, does anybody have any good snacks to share?
Oh, I have the pieces of s'mores right now. I have like the marshmallows and the graham crackers are holding my phone up. I was going to have a fire, and then I was like, oh, I have to go find wood.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I'm eating raw s'mores.
Deconstructed. They are deconstructed.
Deconstructed s'mores, correct.
Yeah, you're an adult now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not allowed to have hot s'mores anymore.
This is my quarter life crisis, is deconstructed s'mores.
Yes. Haley, do you have any snacks that you
I was snacking on some popcorn before I came over, so
solid.
But I figured that was a bit too crunchy sounding for the broadcast. So
maybe they like mouth noises,
Yeah, maybe
who doesn't love mouth noises?
Enjoy crunching.
ASMR.
Yeah.
Just crinkle into the microphone.
Now we have.
I'm not going to shame them, whatever they like.
Yeah. I'm looking at the comments for some other snacks. We have cold pizza, Trix cereal.
That's good.
Yeah.
Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah.
A handful of olives.
These are good snacks.
Yeah. Weed gummies covered in nerds. Yams, green beans, mashed potatoes, and jerk sauce.
Fancy.
Cookie dough. All right. We've got some really good snacks this time. I made I've been eating raw garlic lately because, it's antiviral and I'm superstitious about it, catching stuff. So I just, I've been having like a clove a day.
Like just snacking on cloves.
Just snacking on cloves. Like, yeah, it's intense, but it's awesome. So
Wow, that's a lot.
yeah, no, I mean, it's a lot of garlic if you're not a garlic person.
It'd
But,
be good.
yeah,
Man.
but as a Sicilian, it's probably not as bad for me as it is for some people. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of.
You got me hooked. You got me hooked when.
Are you
when
hooked?
we had COVID in the house. I was like, you were like swearing by it, and so I was like, I'm gonna try this. It was pretty good. It's like it burns a little bit, but it's pretty. It's like a nice. I feel like zapped for sure. It's good.
Yeah.
A little
I describe it like you eat it and at first and like you get like depending on how like old or new the bulb is or like and where you get it, it can be really intense. You can get like 10 solid minutes of like excruciating heartburn. Or not, who knows? Sometimes you just you're like, it's garlic.
This is Russian roulette with garlic edition.
Right.
But
really
the thing is that, like, as your body improves from like as the heartburn goes away, you start to feel this kind of like pleasant. Like I had a friend who said he used to like to get like just shit-faced drunk, not because he liked being drunk, he hated being drunk, but he liked how it felt to get over a hangover.
To each their own.
And, getting over the garlic heartburn.
Yeah, right.
There's something there, but I've been stuffing it inside dill pickles and eating it that way lately.
Oh, that'd be very good.
It's yummy. Yummy. I just heard from Bex, and Bex's Wi-Fi is out, which is a huge bummer. But she's there. She's going to try and connect with us, and we're just going to have to figure out how to carry on without her temporarily.
Oh, we're back.
What is that phone you're standing in front of, Garrett?
So there's just like a bunch of like art installations and stuff here, and I think I haven't listened to it yet, but I think if you pick up the receiver, my wife was saying that it like tells stories or something.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Can you do it?
We can do. I have no idea what it is, honestly. I just know there is light here, and I'm by the Wi-Fi.
There's no better time than the present.
There is absolutely no better time.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
It says press star to begin. Let's see. I don't know if you can hear it though.
Well, I can't hear it right now, but
It's like
what's happening.
It says press 0 to embark on an adventure.
What?
0.
Zero.
All right,
do
0.
it.
Can you hold your mic, or is it on your earbuds?
I could do it. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it though.
Just out of curiosity.
Here, I'll do it again.
You just hung up on an AI.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna do it again. Press star. Embark on an adventure. Okay, got it. Can you hear that?
Clouds hang low as you make your way out to the mail. Today you have decided to finally take the mail in,
No.
though you know it will be full of frightening, depressing notices. You stand in your kitchen sorting through government letters about rations being tightened, new war tariffs, and canceled health benefits. When the phone rings, you answer to a cheery voice congratulating you. You have just won an all-expenses-paid cruise to Bermuda on Triangle Cruise Lines. You can't believe your luck. A chance to escape this dreary existence. To accept the cruise tickets, press 1, or You think it sounds fishy and decide to hang up. Press 2.
It's choose your own adventure in
Okay,
a
what do you guys
phone
wanna
booth.
do? What do you want to do?
Take the tickets.
Yeah, you gotta take
two?
them.
Is that two
Yeah,
or
totally
one?
got to take the ticket.
One.
One. Okay, here we go. You got.
And are told you must collect the Triangle Cruise tickets by the end of the day. You arrive at the address. It turns out to be a Chinese restaurant at the Lloyd Center Mall. You think there must be some mistake, but you notice a moving waterfall artwork hanging in the window. It depicts a cruise ship sailing a tropical sea. You decide to enter, noticing the restaurant is well lit but empty. A host approaches you, says he knows what you are here for, and leads you through a heavy curtain to a lounge behind the dining room. An old Chinese woman wearing bright red lipstick stands, unsmiling behind the empty bar. Tiki music is playing and she beckons you to sit down. She slides a red envelope across the counter, tells you your ship departs at sunrise and not to be late. There are no second chances. She offers to make you a drink, a Mai Tai perhaps. To decline the drink and leave with the tickets, press 3. Or, a Mai Tai sounds really good right now. To celebrate your luck and stay for a Mai Tai, press 4.
What are you doing?
Do you take the drink?
That's kind of what I'm feeling.
Take it or decline.
Take it.
Take it. Take it. There's
You are
nothing.
given an address
Yeah.
and are told you must collect the Triangle Cruise tickets by the end of the day. You arrive at the address. It turns out to be a Chinese restaurant at the Lloyd
Oh,
Center
you already
Mall.
do this?
It's playing again.
You think there must be some mistake, but you notice a moving waterfall artwork hanging in the window.
Is it going to be like slightly
Depicts a
different
cruise
this time
ship
or something?
sailing a tropical sea. You decide to enter, noticing the restaurant is well lit but empty. A host
Maybe it's
approaches
just
you
replaying because we
Maybe
waited
no,
too
Maybe it's the
long
wrong
ago.
number.
and leads you through a heavy curtain to a lounge behind the dining room. You exit the restaurant back into the mall and weave your way through thin crowds of subdued people picking through closeout goods made before the wars began. You exit the mall, relieved to be outside, when a stranger approaches you. You attempt to steer clear, but he deftly closes a strong, worn hand around your arm. There's a depth of humanity in his eyes that keeps you from pulling away in panic. In a low, determined voice, the stranger whispers, "Bermuda is the war. You will never come back. Destroy the red envelope." You break free of the stranger's grip. As you move away, you hear him say, "They will replace you." You make your way home through the dark, sodden streets. You wish there was someone you could confide in, but through the long years of the war, friends have disbanded and become shells of themselves. You reach home and pack for the cruise, with the stranger's words turning over in your mind. Maybe you don't want to come back anyway. You settle in for a restless sleep and wake just before dawn. You arrive at the Vanport terminal and join a line of hopeful people under a bright banner for Triangle Cruise Lines. A ticket man comes down the line and clips your ticket. To ignore the stranger's warning and take a chance on a sunnier future, press 8. To heed the stranger's warning and slip from the boarding line at the last minute, press 9.
We're going on the cruise.
Yeah.
So is that 9 or 8? Which
8.
one is it?
8.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
You board the cruise ship with the other hopeful citizens. It is a glamorous and beautiful ship. You feel like you should stay above deck and wave goodbye as the ship departs, but there is no one to wave goodbye to. You feel a mix of worry and excitement as the ship meets the open sea. Little do you know that when you get to Bermuda, your world will turn upside down. When you disembark, you quickly discover that there are no wars. For decades, the wealthy elite, known as the 1%, have created fake wars to force rationing on the masses and keep the bounty of the earth merely for themselves. You are taken to a slave actors' camp in the remote interior of the island, where you are forced to act in battles used as propaganda for the fake wars. You make several brave escape attempts, but you never quite make it off the island. Not a day goes by when you don't think about that morning when you accepted the offer for a free cruise. Goodbye.
I think we chose wrong, y'all.
I think so, I guess.
We
That
made
was
the wrong
incredible.
choices.
That was so cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wouldn't
it
it be
did sound like a
fascinating if
Filipino thing. Yeah.
Wouldn't
What,
it be
Haley?
fascinating if we like all had dreams about a cruise tonight?
I know.
Oh no.
We have been talking about doing like a dream club kind of
Mhm.
based on the last WUFO. And we should talk about that. Like last week when we did that, we pulled a card from the tarot deck, and it was like the Ace of Wands, I think.
It was the
And
Ace
they were
of
like,
Wands.
yeah, we're like, let's all think about this card, see if we can have dreams about this or like connect using this card. And I think I counted like 5. Is there 5 people who had dreams
Tarot
about
related.
terror related dreams?
Mhm.
And were all of the people, Jeremy, correct me, were they all people who were consciously trying, or they just happened to?
I think there were a few who were at the WUFO session kind of and knew about it, but I think there were a couple who, were like, oh wow, this came out of nowhere. I had no idea you were doing this experiment. So
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. Maybe we should have the cruise ship be our theme, even though I guess it ended poorly.
yeah. Well, it would also fit in with the water themes we often have during WUFO. And we talked about the Lotus Eaters from the Odyssey,
right?
And the Odyssey with the ship goes to the land of the Lotus Eaters, and this time decide to stay. I hear youngins talking.
Yeah, there's people milling about here.
All right, let's see. Oh, I see people in the chat who are talking about having us figure out a way to do something like that phone.
Oh, that would be fun.
Like forking narratives. The art of forking narratives for the Borges fans out there. Yeah, we should totally do that.
Sorry, I have to get.
We'll talk in the Discord.
Oh my God. Yes.
Let's see. Sarah says, when my grandma was dying, she would wake up in the middle of the night thinking we were in a submarine off the coast of Bermuda. Wow. I just had to convince her that we were safe and she was fine with it. That's pretty intense. Well, that was really neat. I wonder if there's any more hidden stuff like that around where Garrett is. But now we all, I think, have a new place we're going to want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, there's like all kinds of cool stuff here. It's pretty neat. And then all the little trailers are like really nice, vintage. Oh, and I didn't say this. So they have record players in all the cabins, and there's a whole place where you can just check out records to play, or like you can actually check out. You don't even have to like check. You can just take. There's like TVs with VHS players in them, and there's a whole library of VHS tapes. So they have Gorillas in the Mist playing back at my trailer, and I have Close Encounters on deck when I get back. So it's just like a hangout spot. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
So we need to go here, Haley. This is next. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I should come out. We want everybody, like pretty soon we want everybody that we know from like this little weird space to come out to the Pacific Northwest, because that way we wouldn't have to go where you are.
You know,
no, we do. No, it would be awesome. We want to be like this big network of people who, you can travel to where they are. And, it's sort of based on the map, the cartography thing, ambassadors in each different part of the country where, hey, let's go and look for ghosts at this hospital in Ohio. And, oh, cool, we can stay with our Ohio person. And,
I really love that there's like this network of weirdos that I just think it's so cool. And it reminds me of like the house show DIY music scene, and like having friends in all different places, as bands come through, you just have all these connections. And now I've seen it with all these paranormal weirdo folks.
It's
I'm
so
excited
fun.
about it.
That's like this road trip. It's like driving
Yeah.
up. It's like, oh, Haley, I'm gonna be. Do you want to come look at Mothman? And then I got to see Jason. It's like, hey, Jason, want to go to the Troll Hole Museum?
Oh my gosh, I know that was so.
And then
I
I
know,
saw
see-
Mira, and then it was like, Mira, you're only like 2 hours away. You want to come like go ghost hunting on a boat?
Yeah,
I know. Seeing you all do that was like so exciting. I was just like, this is so cool. Yeah. Anyway.
we want to try and get those sort of real life. What was it we said last week? Radical friendship.
Yeah.
Like just extreme friends. Like
Extreme is the word, yes. I think Adler can attest that I'm a little extreme.
It's so good though. Like, what other person could be like, hey, I need you. It's gonna rain tomorrow. Can you come out to the TNT domes ready for mud and bugs? Because and then
get a
she's like,
hell
yeah,
yes in
dude, I
response.
brought my Estes gear.
yes.
Like Haley was crawling through vines, like in like ankle deep mud. It was pouring rain, and she's like, "I have my adventure hat, and I have my." She's like, "This is good. This is perfect."
That's
Like none of my friends do that with me, and I was just like, "Hi, I've never met you in person. Can we? Will you humor me?"
That is awesome. But I feel like with most of the people who we're around, like they are that kind of person. Like we could do that,
It's
by
so cool. Like so few people. I feel like this is such a good little group of people because most people are like, no. Am I gonna get a stick? And it's like maybe.
Exactly. Yeah.
Might also
I
see
wore
Mothman.
shorts. Yeah, I wore
wore
shorts. I was surprised I didn't get ticks.
Ooh, ticks are the devil.
Very large concern. But we had a mission. Nonsense. So.
So I see Courtney is also here. Yay! So many awesome folks who come and hang out with us every week. I don't know if there's anybody who's new who's watching, but if you're just tuning in, this is our Wednesday UFO watch party pre-funk. So the idea is that John Keel in the Mothman Prophecies, which we'll hear a little bit more about the Mothman pretty soon, hopefully, said that the best time to see a UFO, according to the data, was on Wednesday at 10 p.m., like wherever your local time is. And our friend Madeline, who does the side quests for WUFO, who I think a lot of folks here also know and have even had readings done by Madeline. But they are just a tremendous energy and a tremendous person. And they do side quests for us that are just stargazing every week. So, you walk outside and try and find like Deneb or Vega or these, meteor, like where to find the meteors in the sky and stuff. And that's part of WUFO too. And so we get together at 8:30 and have a live 8:30 PST and typically try to contact aerial entities. Usually Bex does it via an Estes session. But unfortunately, her Wi-Fi is out, so I'm not quite sure what we're going to do tonight as far as the actual contacting portion.
I mean, I know Haley and
My
I both
spirit
have
box is
Estes.
right over there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd say Haley do it. We'll make Haley do it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
If you're
yeah.
down, you should
No,
do
if you're
it.
comfortable, yeah, you should
I'm
totally not feel obligated though, because
Total peer pressure, Haley.
we can talk just ridiculous bullshit instead, and that'll be just as fun. So
Listen, when Adler Cooper tells you to do something, you drop whatever it is you're doing and you
No,
do it.
we're not going to follow that. Nobody.
Yes.
Let's
You
drop that right now. I say
You
dumb
could tell
stuff.
me to
don't-
jump off a building and I'd be like, we're going on an adventure. Yay.
Oh no, I'm not responsible. Everyone has to sign paperwork around me. I'm going to become no fun.
that would be hilarious. Like you carry around a pre-printed like notepad
You
of
need
like
a
"Can you sign this
briefcase."
release?" We can hang out, but first,
Willy Wonka's, it'll get smaller and smaller. You'll be able to read it.
that would be awesome.
Oh God. Just be like, don't be friends with her. You gotta sign a contract. So,
You know, the funny thing is you could probably make some of those and just sell them, and people would totally buy them.
I would buy one on Etsy. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh
Yeah,
my
maybe for Liminal Mall, we could come up with some sort of like pre-printed. I mean, it would have to be less Adler focused, but
Yeah.
A friendship waiver? Is it?
like
It has to be totally about me. I'm just like inserted. I'm a clause in the fine print.
it's a trap. So the business stuff too. The stargazing quest tonight is to find. I had it pulled up. Does anybody recall?
It's a meteor shower, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a meteor shower, but it has a name, and because they name them. And I'm trying to. Let me just pull it up here. Because I know we put theirs on the. Here we go. So the Kappa Cygnids, the Kappa Kappa Cygnids, CYGNIDS. And let's see. They say if you remember how to find Deneb from week 27's side quest, then you're all set. Those are all archived on WUFO.watch. So if you go back or just do a search for Deneb, you can find that, how to find that. And then you're just supposed to look up near Cygnus, and eventually you'll find some shooting stars. So that would be awesome. Let's go do that for sure. And if you see any, or if you see anything at all, please tag us, #WUFO or @LiminalEarth on Twitter or Insta, so that we can share it around as long as you're up for that. We don't have a specific cause this week, but I was thinking like it would be nice to have some more environmental kind of causes. And there's an organization called Trees for the Future, and they do a lot of good work. And they're really easy to, they're trees.org is their URL, which primo, trees.org. And what they do is they go to places where there are not sustainable agricultural practices, and they teach people how to utilize their land in a more sustainable way, and like repair the soil instead of dumping weed killers on it. And so it's a cool organization, trees.org. If you are in a place where you feel privileged enough to do so, please send something their way. If not, maybe boost them, and or find something local, like there's always good organizations locally that are doing work like that, and that's really important. So all right, did I miss anything for no?
I think so.
All right, well, I think we would love to be regaled by your adventures if you're willing to share.
Oh man, see, that's where do we even start with this? I mean, we kind of did a little.
Yeah.
Cause like I don't know, do you just want to go to like our dome adventures? Just go straight to Mothman?
Yeah, I feel like that was the main thing. Was like we went to the Mothman Museum, we got some Mothman cookies, we did all of the touristy stuff, spent way too much money at the Mothman Museum gift shop.
Just enough money.
I think we single-handedly are keeping that place afloat for the next few months.
How were the cookies?
Yeah.
Oh, they were so good.
Pretty darn good. I wasn't expecting them to be good. I was like, it's going to be a kind of crappy cookie, but it turned out to be really nice.
That place was awesome, right next to the museum. Yeah. Like it was really cheap, and like it was good.
Yeah. Like my sandwich for lunch was like $6 or something like
$4,
that.
And it was like, what?
Yeah.
$4. Who pays $4? That won't even get me a gallon of gas, and it got me this good sandwich. Yeah, recommend the place right next to the Mothman Museum
Nice.
for all snacks.
So you did see the butt, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Has anybody ever like thought to take a print of it or do a rubbing?
Oh my God, I should. Haley, we're gonna do a rubbing.
Yeah, do a rubbing, and you can put it on t-shirts.
Come on. No, it was so funny. I was telling Haley this because like I got there early, and of course like I had to get my pictures, and then of course Haley and I got pictures with the butt. But there were so many people who would take their pictures with the front, or I'd help them get their pictures with the front, and then it'd be like they'd start walking away, and it's like, aren't you gonna go around? Like there's another half, and like the first couple I saw at like 10 in the morning or whatever, they were like, oh yeah, we've heard of that, and I was like, it's right there. I literally was just like, I'm so introverted, but I was like, it's right, you have to see it. And they went and they kind of like leaned over, and I was like, you have to touch it, and they walked away.
What a missed opportunity.
It was like watching one of those end times preachers and everyone just avoiding eye contact as they're walking past.
Literally me, like Haley could
Thou
have
shalt touch
people.
the shiny hiney.
Literally, like there were like two guys who were helping us get like our cute pictures, and then it was like, are you guys gonna touch the butt? And they were like so embarrassed by it. They're like, yeah, that's like why we're here. And it's like, go.
Celebrate.
It's like that you made it, like you did the pilgrimage, like go touch it.
I mean, it would be like going to Florence and not seeing David.
It was insane to me. It was like, this is a piece of artwork on the back, and like just go. You have to see it, you have to touch it. That the Buns of Steel are keeping that town alive, and so you have to, oh yeah, so that was a good
Not to take too much of a deep dive into the butt, but how did it feel? Like, is it
so firm,
I mean,
Buns of Steel.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Buns of Steel, literally perfection. Just like perfect, like fits in your hand. It just art. That hiney, like, oh man, that's it. They had stickers like Mothman's my boyfriend. I'm like, yeah, that's it. I'm done. We're taken. That's it.
Awesome.
It was so good. But yeah, then we actually tried to find Mothman.
Yeah. So after the museum and the statue and the cookies.
Yeah. So we went out, and obviously, like, not a lot of people go out to the dome. It's just up the street, but like there was one car when we drove, and so there's different like points where you can kind of park and go. You see like gates into the forest. It's all overgrown, but like, we went to like pretty far down the road, a few away from where this other car was. And like, I'd never been. Haley, had you been there before?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I had never been here before. Perfect. So like, I had never been, and this is like my 5-year-old dream. And so, you go in, and it's like, you just step over this like barrier, and it's all overgrown. And then it's just like, there was one pretty close, and obviously everybody goes into the first one because it's right off the road. But it has the big door, and it's just this dent in the grass, and everything's overgrown. And I was like, oh my God, like this is it. I was so excited. Wow. And when you go in there, like Haley laughed at me. There's a great picture of me, like almost in tears, listening to the acoustics of these domes. Like, if you have never been, oh my God, I literally was like a small child. I was like running around every small noise I could and I literally had like tears in my eyes. I was like, yeah, can you even see it on that?
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. That is so wonderful.
I was like literally crying. I was so excited because I had like the flashlight like off for a second, and I was like in the dark, like just losing my mind. And she put the flashlight on, got a picture, and it's like, Haley, I'm gonna cry. Like the acoustics were beautiful, and it was just like, I can't leave the domes. And then she's like, we gotta go find more, and I was like, no. Leave this dome.
Wait a second. So she was actually encouraging you to go further this time. Is that what I'm hearing here? Is that?
Yes, because we had to find more. I was just so excited to just be in one at all. And then he was like, no, "There's more. This isn't it. Like there's more to this
Because
adventure."
you had specifically told me before that you had heard that there were some that didn't have graffiti if you went far enough back.
Yeah,
And you were like, that would be a cool find. So I was still on that train of thought. Like, let's find one without graffiti.
yeah.
And
There was like a pro tip that if you go far enough back, you can find some without graffiti.
yeah, we didn't find any. Although it was true that the further back we went, the less graffiti there was. So
Yeah,
we found some with pretty sparse graffiti, but
yeah, I think we found 5 domes.
yeah,
Was it
5 or
5?
6.
There was a 6th one that was underwater, so we couldn't
Yes.
go in that one.
Yeah, it was like totally flooded.
Yeah, like no, we're not gonna. I'm not gonna go underwater to get into one of these domes.
I didn't bring my scuba tank.
Exactly. I had a snorkel. In my car, but
Of course you did.
I have.
You never know when you're going to be asked to go look for underwater events.
Exactly. I live in Florida. You know, you have to be ready for like literally anything. So I had a snorkel, but you know, I wasn't that invested. Mothman he's probably not underwater. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, we went down all these domes. And then at some point, I mean, it was pouring rain, all this stuff. And at some point it was like, we should do Estes. And so we went back a few to one that was like really dry. Which one of us did it first? I don't even remember. Did I do it first?
I don't remember. Yeah, you did it first.
I was saying, you have like all that. I don't remember what I said. I kept hearing the name Indrid though, over and over and over again.
Wow.
And like to the point where like Haley will. Yeah, so Haley will she has the transcript, but like for me hearing it, because I haven't done Estes a ton, but I've done it enough, and it was just like, you know, you get in this if you've done Estes, and like I'm a science person too, so I have this bad habit of like disproving things. You know, I have this like I'm just like, oh no, it could be this, and I was sitting there and I was like saying it because I don't want to filter it out. It's like, no, I'm hearing it, so I'm gonna say it. But in my brain, I'm like, this isn't Indrid. It's like, this can't be Indrid. It was like 12 different voices. It was all different. And I was like, is there a word on the radio that could sound like Indrid? Like, I would say it when it came up, but it was just like, this cannot be Indrid. Like, it just made no sense. But obviously, I had no context. So, like, that was a good experience of just like, you know, you hear it, you say it, just like, whatever. It doesn't matter what you think of it. It just spit it out. So I don't even know what the context. I don't remember the context at all. But I kept hearing Indrid over and over and over again.
It was actually the first response we got. I was asking a bunch of questions, wasn't getting any responses, and then I said, "How old are you?" And then you said Indrid. And for those who don't know, I have a black cat named Indrid. So I was like, Indrid, my cat, or Indrid Cold? And you said yes. And then it just kind of went on there. I'm looking for other stuff. You asked, I asked where Indrid Cold was. You said to go underground. Yeah, there was a point where someone was claiming to be a victim of a waterway. So we were thinking I was thinking maybe it was a victim of the Silver Bridge collapse, something like that. And then at one point, Adler, you said there was like a really weird mechanical voice that like sent shivers down your spine. Mm-hmm. And you described the voice that you were hearing as like an old radio announcer voice from the 1940s. So that was really cool. And then it ended with it saying your name, and that freaked you out enough that I was like, okay, I'm gonna pull you out.
Yeah, it was like a weird. Now, like my memory's always foggy after I do Estes. It's like a weird, you know, memory loss. But I remember the voice, and I was just like, okay. It was just like, we're done, because it wasn't like a human voice. Like it just, but it didn't even feel like a pure robotic. Because like robots, like, oh, it's kind of funny, or you know, whatever, mechanical. This felt not right. And I was just like, nope. Like, that's not normal. Like, none of this is normal. But I was like, no, we're done. we're done. I was,
Yeah.
it freaked
And
me
then-
out.
And then something similar happened to me when I went under. I heard something. The last thing I heard before I got pulled out was my name, but it sounded like my dad when I was a kid and I did something wrong and he was yelling at me. It sounded like my dad's voice yelling my name. And that freaked me out. And then I think what happened with my hat, Adler? I had my hat sitting next to me.
Right at the end. So like, yeah, so it got feeling weird when Haley went under. Like, I have like some of the stuff like written down so I can look at it. But when Haley was under, she kept saying that, you know, she could feel somebody like cold, or just like she'd be like, "There's somebody over here, somebody over here," and it felt so strange. Like the whole experience, like when I was in Estes, it very much felt like whatever it was just was in that dome, and it almost felt like you were floating in it, like you were just like in this thing, and it just felt very much there. Like whatever this was, it was there. And so Haley was like, this thing is behind me, or this thing's over here, you know, while she's in Estes and everything. And I got feeling weird. It just felt so present. And at the very end, I had told it, it's like, I'm gonna tap Haley out. And it was like, that's perfectly fine. I was like, I'll give you 2 minutes. And it was like, okay. And after about 2 minutes, it could have been normal, I don't really know, but Haley had put her hat on like her bag next to her, and the whole hat flipped over and hit her on the knee and got her to wake up out of it.
And I thought it was Adler like throwing something at me.
Yeah, she's like, "Did you throw something at me?" And I was like, "No, I did not throw anything at you." And it was like, "Your hat fell." And it was like, I didn't see if she hit it, but she wasn't really moving. So, you know, but like it just flipped over, and it was like, okay, cool. But Haley was cool, because I mean, it said a lot of stuff. Haley, at one point, I won't say exactly what it said, but Haley got a really horny somebody in these domes. Somebody wanted to get wet and wild.
It was so bad. I said, I don't want to repeat what I just heard, but I'm going to.
Yeah,
it was interest of transparency.
Really bad. So before we get to like the cool stuff, this thing was like in between these cool conversations, and like real bad. We do not need to repeat it, but
and I don't even know if it was talking to you or me.
I don't know either, but it was over the line, and I literally would like set boundaries, and then it was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
The funny thing is, whenever. Yeah, it sounded like a bunch of different entities apologizing for this one that was trying to get
right at the end, it was really funny. Right at the end, it was really funny because I forget what we were saying, like, I'd have to go on my phone, but it was saying something like where should we go? And then it was like Lover's Lane in Point Pleasant. Fuck.
Yes.
It was like, haha. And then like that was like the whole end of the Estes session was this thing being like, go have fun in Point Pleasant, wink wink. But like
we're not here to have that kind of fun.
That's a new one.
It was like, oh buddy, what happens in these domes stays in the domes, I guess. Like I don't even know. I don't want with those acoustics, I wouldn't be. Oh boy. But no, it was like a really cool conversation because so I had come out and like it felt weird. Like I said it for like a second, but like it felt so weird. Like I've done Estes, you know, like on Zoom, you know, this kind of thing, but never in person with somebody. And doing it in the domes, it was such a deep, like meditative state. And so it was just this weird, it felt very much in tune. Like you were able to like really get in touch with it. It was like really, really strange. So I came out and Haley went in. And I was still feeling weird. And obviously we had this voice that was like, Indrid, and all this stuff. And so I was like, okay, now I'm on the other side. Like, who is this? Like trying to see who we're talking to. I'm like this outside right now, like trying to read my little paper. But I just said, like, have we met before? And it said, I don't know. And I said, is this your hiding place? Probably. I was like, okay. I said, how long have you been here? A week. And then it goes, gotcha. And it started laughing. And I was like,
whoa,
funny.
Like, there was some conversational stuff happening. It was weird.
Wow.
It was really weird. And then Haley had trouble. She was like, I am hearing voices, but I can't really catch it. And I just said, I was explaining to it, like, sometimes it's hard for us to use these radios. Like, you need to talk, slower. Just sometimes it's hard for us to pick up. And it said, oh, of course. And so I like explained to it, to talk slower, clearer, that kind of thing. And I was like, well, do you travel? And he was like, yeah. I said, okay, would we recognize you? And it said, wouldn't you? And it was like, Indrid Cold. And he goes, how are you? Or it goes, whatever. And I was like, I'm doing really well. How are you doing? Okay. And then Haley heard like screaming, like yelling.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, and then she goes, hold up. And so I was like, okay, I'll just wait. And so I waited there for like 2 minutes. Like Haley didn't say anything for like several minutes. And then she said, it's on fire, falling. And so I instantly thought of the crash that Indrid Cold was supposedly in. And so I said, is the crew okay? And she said, red. And then I said, did they survive? And she said, you down? Like asking someone else is what it felt like. And then I said again, did the crew survive? No. I said, are you alone now? And she said, a little more. And so then I started asking, because I know that it wasn't just Indrid, right? There's Indrid, there's his crew, but then there were other UFOnauts, and I've forgotten all of their names. But there were friends of the Colds, that were seen in other places and all this stuff. So there's a group of them. And I was trying to remember them, and it started trying to give us names. It said the name Ron. At some point it told us Swan. And then at some point we were, or I was asking it more about like Hellier stuff. It was like, well, do you know like Hellier? Because I was just there. It was not very nice about that. It didn't seem to like Hellier. So, some like comments, and it was like, okay, well, I went to Hellier. Everybody was super nice to me. And it was like, mm-hmm. It was
Adler,
super sexy.
I've been meaning to ask you. I remembered a couple of days ago at one point when I was under, I'm pretty sure it was soon after I felt something like come in through the door. I said, you're special. Do you know what the context for that was?
That was after the horny ghost was apologizing.
Oh, was it? Okay. It just seemed like really deep to me, but I guess it wasn't that deep. So
maybe it wanted to get deep, But
Guys, you know what? I mean, you're starting to sound like Katie and Bex. I don't know if you caught their live last night, or if it's still up on YouTube. You should check it out. It's funny, and there was a lot of horny talk.
Perfect. So we'll go watch this because this is great.
You guys you're gonna become interchangeable.
Maybe we do that as a movie night on Sunday, Adler.
Yeah. We'll watch the museum live stream and then the horny movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what else it said like toward the end, because that was kind of like I was talking about Hellier, and it was kind of like, yeah, okay. Oh, and at one point I was saying, because it was like asking who we were, and I told him like, oh, this is my friend Haley, and I'm Adler, and like we're out here, like we're really excited, like I've wanted to do this forever, all this kind of thing. And it was like, you're looking for me? And I was like, yes. Yeah. And it goes like, it was like, are you sure? Are you like it like wasn't, it didn't understand. And it was like, no, like we love you and the town loves you. And like everybody's here to like see this and see where you are and stuff. And it was kind of like, huh. Like it was a cute moment. But that was like the end of the conversation, really was like a horny ghost, and then talking about some kind of, I don't know, something's on fire, something crashed, someone did not live. So, I don't know.
I did remember, I don't remember if it was when I was under or when you were under. I think it was when I was under. You had asked if Indrid was alive, and I said, or no, you asked if Indrid was dead, and I said probably next. or something like that.
Right. That's right. Probably next.
Yeah,
Ooh.
indicating that he's not dead yet, but is probably next, which is
Yeah.
chilling.
Yeah.
I don't remember what my tarot pull was now that I'm like sitting here thinking. I feel like I got like the death card. I feel like my tarot pulls were about like death and rebirth. But I don't remember what my card pulls were exactly. But it was I don't know what to think of it because I was like, sure, this is Indrid. Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
need to
my
read-
tarot poll.
Oh, go ahead. No.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say I need to revisit the Indrid Cold lore that's external to the Mothman prophecies because there's so much there. I read it like probably when I was in college, and that was like a really long time ago for me. So,
Well, there's also Tanya Derenberger's book out now too.
Really?
Yeah, what's that called? Hang on.
You have it?
Yeah, Beyond Lanulos, our 50 years with Indrid Cold.
Ooh.
So
That sounds good.
yeah, it's interesting for sure. But
So I'm sorry to interrupt.
my
Tarot card.
No, you're fine. Yeah, my tarot reading was I asked how I could get more in touch with the phenomena just because I've been feeling kind of disconnected from it lately, and I don't like that feeling. Like there was a period of about a year where it was just synchronicity after synchronicity after synchronicity, and then it just stopped. And I don't know what's up with that. So I did a reading about how I could get more in tune with that, and I actually found it to be a very positive reading. I got the Five of Pentacles, the World, both reversed, and then the Princess of Pentacles, because the deck that I was using had princesses. So like to me it was all about you're about to be very connected to it again, you just have to take that step and get into it. So I'm seeing this as kind of a good first step into that.
Yeah. Very, very awesome. Do you mind if I ask what deck you were using? Do you recall?
Yeah, it is the Mystic Mondays deck.
I don't know if I know that.
It's actually really interesting. That there's a synchronicity actually. The shop that I work for has 9 locations across the Midwest and Georgia, and they just announced that their Savannah location is doing a workshop with the creator of that deck.
Huh.
Yeah. So I was just like, huh. That's odd. That it was that deck specifically.
Yeah. I wonder if Kiki would be involved, or would know about that, or because our friend Kiki Dombrowski, she's near Savannah now, so like really, really close to it. We should ask.
Yeah, I should ask her.
Cool. Was there any other part of anything else you wanted to share about the experience? That was amazing. Can you refresh our minds on why the TNT bunkers in particular are so important in Mothman lore, and like why you would choose to go there as opposed to like the site of the bridge,
Silver Bridge collapse? Yeah. So basically the TNT area, or the TNT, dates back to World War II. It was used to store munitions and toxic chemicals and stuff like that. And then, of course, after the war, it became, like many other things that have become abandoned, a lover's lane, place for teenagers to hang out. And so that's where a lot of the Mothman sightings were taking place, because there were all of these teenagers out there making out or whatever. And yeah.
It's just like where he's known to be seen.
I wonder if that energy of like the lover's lane energy contributed to your experiences.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Well, that is so cool. We really love that you were able to come on and share that experience, because I can't wait to get there, and I love hearing from people who have actually been to one of these sites and encountered the the energy there.
It was
Okay.
absolutely awesome.
What do you think, Garrett?
Yeah, I agree. I that whole thing where you're saying when you first walked in and that feeling of like this is where it happened. Like I could feel that just by you telling. I want to experience that for myself as well. So yeah, thanks for
Literally tears.
yeah. It's so cool that you guys you all had like all of everything written out too, and sounds like you made like this conversation was happening. So wild.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Do you think you're gonna go back and do more, or it's like?
I want to so bad. I just happen to have had a chaotic break in my my grad program, just a very short window, and so where I had to drive across a huge area. So like obviously like I saw Mothman and I saw the Flatwoods and I went up to Kecksburg and I saw some other things. You know, some of these spooky locations I've always wanted to go to, but Point Pleasant is just far enough away where I couldn't just go on like a weekend.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
so like I need like a longer break. And so if I ever go up and down, then I'm stopping at the Shiny Hiney and I'm going in the domes. But
invite me,
required.
right?
Yes. Of course, it's a requirement. So yeah, it's on like that second day up. It's like I can go to Brown Mountain for a weekend. I can't quite get to the TNT domes, which is so upsetting because I would be there all the time.
Yeah.
I need you to move up here, get out of Florida, and move up here.
Listen, when this degree is done, I'm done with school forever.
Good.
I will, of course, move very close as I can to that butt because, you know, that's my boyfriend. I have to live within commuting distance. You know, this long distance thing isn't working out for me.
I'm only an hour and a half away from Point Pleasant, so it's a very easy, pleasant drive for me. So yeah, if any of y'all are in the area, let me know and I might pop down and say hi.
Cool.
So you have are you an investigation group or is it, can you tell us about your local activities?
So there's not much to tell because we haven't done many activities yet because, you know, schedules being what they are. Right now it's me, my girlfriend or partner, my sister, and a friend of ours. And there might be a fifth person joining. We'll see. It's just a group called MOCAP, the Mid-Ohio Center for Anomalous Phenomena, where we get together and just try weird experiments. So the first one that we tried, and I'm trying to figure out how to workshop it so it works a little better, was contacting a fictional character and trying to talk to them based on like the Philip experiment of the 1970s, right? Where in Mothman Prophecy, Keel tells a story about Hans Holzer investigating a house in New York that the writer Walter Gibson worked in, and now it's haunted by a ghost that matches the description of one of his characters. So I was like, wouldn't that be cool? Because I went to school for film. I minored in screenwriting. So of course I have a bunch of different projects going on at any given time. And I was like, wouldn't that be cool to talk to one of my characters? So yeah, I guess it was an exercise in egomania. And it kind of worked. It worked more with the Ouija board than with the spirit box. And part of that might have been because the person who was under the spirit box didn't know who we were trying to talk to. I did that on purpose to try to eliminate that variable. But now I'm thinking it might be better, number one, if we use a more well-known character, like Mickey Mouse or something like that. And number two, if we let them know who we're trying to talk to beforehand. So that's one. We want to do some CE5 experiments, stuff like that. But yeah.
That is so cool. I love that there are little groups everywhere who are doing things that aren't the standard. That's very cool.
Yeah.
I think that's interesting. You were talking about when you were doing the Estes, you heard a voice that sounded like your dad, specifically yelling, and that stuck out to me. Is like that kind of it's almost
Mimicry.
yes, it's like like using things that you know, like memories or like things that are part of your psyche or whatever, to like reveal itself, whatever it is. I just thought that was interesting. Is like kind of wearing the masks and using whatever tools are in your brain, your specific brain, to kind of come through. I think that is interesting. I don't know. I thought that was both of you had situations like that. I think when you were talking, so
yeah, like how feasible is it to take the person who's under completely out of any awareness of what you're looking for there? I mean, like it's a big no-no from a objective rigorous scientific study standpoint. You want to try and like double blind and
this isn't scientific, like
not trying to prove anything. Then it would make sense to like have that symbol language like already loaded so that you could make the connections a little bit better.
Right.
So interesting. Speaking of sessions, though, it's 9:42. Man, time really flew by.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if we still wanted to do a session or if we just wanted to tell more stories or do some tarot card pulls or.
I don't know. What do people in the comments want?
Yeah.
I'd be down for an Estes session, though, if that's what people want.
Yeah. Anybody up for a quickie Estes session?
Phrasing.
Is that on purpose?
Did you just get possessed by the horny ghost of Sweet Pleasant?
Oh, goodness gracious.
Justice and chill. That's what we're doing.
That's right.
Let's do it.
Well, let's go for it, I think. Yeah, we have some definitelys. I think we should totally do it. What should we try and contact this evening?
Don't know.
In the past, it's been something that kind of had some significance to our guests. So the first time we tried to contact Vanessa Beloco, she had these childhood drawings of like alien-like figures. They kind of look like the Hat Man, actually. And we tried to contact those. And then when Jason was on, we tried to contact Superman.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As like an egregore. Like trying.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I mean, we can do. What are we doing? There was one time that I think with Kyle we tried to talk to, because I've had UFO dreams with very specific craft and very specific events. So, and now I'm actually in the location of where those dreams took place, literally right like where I'm sitting. That might be interesting.
That sounds cool. So try to
I'm down for that.
Adler's dream entities.
Okay. How are we gonna pull me out though? Because if I'm doing Estes, I'm not gonna be able to hear you guys. Okay. How long am I setting it for?
It's 9:45. 10 minutes? Does that seem like not long enough? I just want to respect people's time because we usually end at 10. So we can always go later if anybody wants to. Otherwise,
I'm free all night.
What do you think, Garrett?
I have to be quiet here at 10, so
Okay.
but I can be quiet. So
10 minutes?
I don't know.
Or more.
Let's do 15.
Okay, let's do 15 minutes. If you're comfortable with that.
Yeah. For sure. Okay. I will see you guys on the other side.
All right. This is so fun.
Yeah. I mean,
Someone
you know,
take notes for me because I want to hear this afterwards.
Well,
I'm gonna.
we can also record it for you. Wait, we're
Oh,
recording.
I guess I can watch it later.
Yeah, you can watch it.
I just called to have an adventure, another adventure.
Okay, starting now.
Oh my God.
Okay, she's starting. She's starting.
I'll hang up the phone when we're done.
Yes.
I'm gonna pull a card too.
Are there any?
Oh, I swear I just heard WUFO.
I pulled this card today when I went to the Elma too.
Oh,
Same card. Do you remember
Not-
what this is, here?
yeah. It's not. I mean, it's not a. It's like wasted effort,
monk.
kind of. You know.
Huh.
Making sure my sound is on. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, I gotta mute myself for a second.
Hey.
We're trying to contact. Heather, do you want to put into words what or who we're trying to?
How are
Yeah.
you?
Oh, we always get this "how are you" with Haley and I. Yeah, so we're trying to, maybe, if they want, no pressure, contact the craft and or beings that came to me in many dreams over my childhood and early
here.
adult life. Cool. Because I'm in the spot. I'm in the spot where those dreams have happened. And it is the same time of night. So that's who we're trying to talk to.
Are you there? I'm listening.
You're here and listening. A lot of people are listening.
What happened in the dreams?
They were definitely abduction type dreams. So the first one I was very excited because I got to see a UFO, which I wanted for a very long time. And after that, whenever that dream starts, I have never been more scared. So I don't know what happened. I don't have memory of the in between, just the beginning, and then I wake up. And sometimes I'll have marks on my arms, I'll have bruises, I have weird stuff.
You still have them then currently, or?
I do occasionally.
There they are.
I had one in Tallahassee, probably like 6 months ago or something. I woke up with that red eye thing going on, and then some weird bruising on like my abdomen. So, yeah. I don't have memories of in between. Just
Garrett.
Yeah, I'm here. What's going on? Do you have something to tell me?
She's right there.
Who am I supposed to? Who's she that I'm supposed to find? Is she here at the lodge or across the street?
Or on the screen. In the comments.
We're flying.
oh no.
Oh. So you're above us. Okay.
What do you look like?
Can you make Garrett's phone ring?
Tiny. We're tiny.
Oh,
We're tiny. But you asked what they look like. And
Yeah.
although I thought she said Heine.
oh, did she say Heine?
I heard tiny, but I hope it's Heine.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hope it's a butt. I hope it's a giant flying butt. That's all I want. Like, what's tiny? Like the beings or the craft?
Do you remember what the craft looked like in your dreams?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh no. Hold on. No. Yeah, it was a very strange sphere. But it didn't feel like perfectly round. It was really strange. It had a line in the middle, and so I feel like it was an optical illusion where it wasn't an oval. Like, it wasn't an oval, but it felt like it was taller than it was wide. But it was just this perfect sphere, and whatever. And it was silver, but it was dark out, so it looked black.
Adler.
Great. So, but it was huge.
Man.
It was absolutely huge. And had different like lights with different like lasers that they would use and that kind of thing.
Quit talking.
Okay.
Okay.
Why did you tell her to quit talking? Why did you tell them to quit talking?
She did say, hold on. You were supposed to.
Doesn't want me to say what it looks like.
When you hold tight, Adler.
I swear to God, if a UFO flies by, I'll just pee. Like, I'm in the spot.
Got some card pulls here. Emperor and Death.
Isn't that pretty?
The Star. Insect.
No.
Musician. Where are you?
Hold up. Hard to hear.
You told us to stop talking.
Okay.
Are you gonna fly over tonight? You coming over?
I can try.
Who are you going to fly over?
When are you?
TNT.
What are your intentions?
We're flying.
Do you know where I'll be tonight?
Look up. We're flying. Right here. 82.
Are we talking to meteors?
Harmony. Listen for us.
How will we know what you sound like?
Mm.
Where is the place to listen at?
Can you see? Hello.
I don't see you, Sam.
Ooh, we'll see you in your dreams. That was
I was just gonna ask, literally
That was
about to come out
creepy.
my mouth was, can they come physically or only in dreams? Literally about to come out my mouth. Okay. Now I wish I asked that just a second
Are
sooner.
you even there?
You told me to stop talking.
We're there. Will you visit multiple people's dreams? Can you give us a word to summon you?
Reefer.
Reefer?
Reefer?
I wonder if there's like a object or something that could bring to us in our dreams. Some like marker that they've been there.
There was that one session where they seemed to say that they would be bringing or giving or something a football.
You need to get high.
Listen, I don't. So you have to come when I'm sober. I don't
Okay.
want
Smoke it.
Is there something
it.
else? Peer pressure.
you're not gonna win here. Like
I'll do it. I mean,
Take one for
I'll
the
do
team.
it. I'm actually sleeping in the yard tonight, so it's like I'm even more accessible. I'm not gonna smoke. Just
We're
come.
in the stars.
you're in the stars. Elevation? Oh, what is your goal?
See?
That's a Does it know anyone here? Do you know anyone here watching and listening out of the group?
Bitch.
You want to keep having the dreams?
Sorry.
They happen, you know. I don't know. It's been a weird pattern over the last year of dreams getting hijacked in new and different ways. And At one point I was like, no, I don't like this, and the hijacker was like, sorry. Like, so I don't know.
I just don't want to be like accidentally, unethically
Inducing. Yeah.
an abduction encounter or something.
Well, if dream, I never know how seriously to take like dreams and stuff, and it's like, is it just a dream? Is it real? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to think of it. Like,
I can't believe that was 15 minutes.
I know. Thank you.
And that felt like 2 minutes.
Haley's very good at this, so.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
I've not had a lot of practice.
Oh,
So
great.
thank you. Anything interesting?
Yeah.
They don't want me to talk.
Yeah.
And apparently they're coming.
Are we sure we weren't talking to Katie Webb at one point?
Yeah, there was some pressure to smoke some reefer for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't do that. I don't do that. The parents do. I do not. So.
But it also it said like look up. We're flying over, I think, at one point. It
Yeah,
said.
it's like we're here, we're flying,
Yeah.
all this stuff. We
I
only
remember
come in
hearing
dreams.
flying a lot.
Yeah, I literally, Haley, almost came out of my mouth. I was gonna ask, like, can you come physically or can you only come in dreams? And before that could come out my mouth, you said we only come in dreams.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's cool. That
So
is
that
cool.
was very cool. I say very cool as I'm like, I'm gonna go sleep in the yard tonight. Walk
I was
out to my.
if this would give Garrett the willies too, because
Yeah.
I know you, and now you're out there in some freaky ass trailer park.
This creepy phone booth.
You know what's going to happen? He's going to check out right tomorrow, and he's going to go to the front desk and be like, "I love that phone booth," and the front desk is going to say, "That hasn't been
What
working
phone
for
booth?
20 years."
What would have been creepy is if it rang in the middle of the Estes session.
Oh
That
my
would've
god.
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Now he's gonna win cruise tickets.
To Bermuda.
Oh my god. That'd be something.
Oh, this is funny. This is a great comment from Nilo. It was Indrid's cousins flying all around all mad because it's been decades and nobody's called them, so they just troll everyone.
Can you imagine? They're just like, everyone's ignoring us. And so oh my god. Isn't like Tony and Daryl the like human pilots of Indrid's craft or
Yeah.
whatever, the human crewmates? It's just Tony and Daryl doing prank phone calls. They're like, oh, boss man's he burned up. So now we're God,
Oh, that
agents of
was
chaos.
awesome.
Wow.
Well, does anybody want to go out and look for meteor showers?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try to.
Yeah,
Pretty clear sky. So
cool. Well, it
I
was
have to work in the morning, so I'm going to go to bed.
yes, it was so nice to have you both with us. Adler, this is your second time on. So which was it? Was it a little smoother this time? Did we have the pattern a little better?
Yeah, I think it takes, my little awkward self, it takes at least it takes a run to get through, and I'm here with Haley, so this is a good time.
Yes. Yeah, and Haley, you are also welcome back anytime. It's been
I have an idea for who I'd want to contact next time.
Ooh, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Or do you want to say?
We'll save it. We'll save it.
Ooh.
Keep people on the edge of their seats.
Yes. Well, we will have you back on soon to give that a try for sure.
Awesome.
I hope Bex was able to catch some of this. I totally missed
Me
her
too.
presence here. I know we all did. So hopefully next week the Wi-Fi situation will be a little better. We are indeed going to be back next week for sure. I'm going to do one last poll here.
Do we want a meditation focus or whatever for dreams or?
Yeah. Let's do more dream stuff. So I think actually maybe keeping the tarot as a theme for dreams.
Okay.
Because it is kind of a shared symbol set that a lot of people know or can easily access.
Do you have a deck with you?
Yeah, I'm shuffling as we speak.
All right, here we go.
Shuffling. So our dream experiment, dream of this card or tarot or things associated with this card. And it's kind of a bummer card.
Oh.
Should I pull one that's not a bummer card? It's the Seven of Pentacles.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like when it looks like you're heading towards a good point and then it just never happens. It peters out. Like unfulfilled success. I'm going to pick a different card. I don't like that one.
Okay.
There's no rules, right? I mean...
No rules.
Only the rules that you make up.
No, that's interesting. I got the Six of Swords. This is a very well shuffled deck. This is the Lord of Earned Success. So it's like, yes, you'll be successful, but you have to work for it.
It's like, fine.
Exactly. Heck, man. I've had it for so long. It's like, all right, fine. I think that one's a good one, though.
The Six of Swords.
The Six of Swords, yes. And this has on the front of this specific card, it's associated with Aquarius and Mercury. It has a rose that unfortunately looks a little bit like that goatse. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Don't look it up, please.
Do not search that. If you're too young to know what it is, do not search it.
So that is a rose with 5 petals. 10. There's hands both sides, and so anything Six of Swords, anything tarot. Remember it. Tag us WUFO if you see anything tonight. If you get pictures of asteroids. If you are accidentally abducted in your sleep, let us know.
You all signed the contract, that was part of it.
So hashtag WUFO at Liminal Earth. And I think that's it. So thanks everybody. And let's go look up.
Yeah.